friends, this is E, the empty nester. Today I'd like to talk to you about using tin foil or aluminum foil to repel heat and algae growth in your self-watering containers. The self-watering containers, as you know, this isn't my ideal. You know, first time I saw a self-watering soda bottle or soft drink bottle was back in 2008. Green Roof Growers was blogging about it, and I did this for the first time for the 2009 gardening season, and I've been using self-watering containers since then. And everybody, it's, you know, they try things like I'm trying things, and then they add the way they like, to it. Some people take the soda bottles and spray paint them in order to repel, the sun, to keep the plastic from deteriorating and leaching chemicals into your soil. But for the cost of a can of spray paint, for one, I'm not knocking it, I don't like toxic chemicals, so, I try to stay away from spray paint unless I absolutely have to. But a roll of aluminum foil is, a few bucks or less, and all you have to do is take it and wrap it around your container, fold it in at the top, and it sets better if you don't put it on the bottom. But this, I've done an experiment, I'll show you in a couple minutes, of how it affected the plants up here on the shelf. And when this all started, the beginning of fall, I guess, the sun started decreasing in its ability to intensely shine on things as the sun lowered. So I didn't really worry about algae then. I had some algae starting in the pineapple plant, but it never got that bad. And now that what do you call it? We're headed towards spring. The sun every day gets a little more intense, a little bit more stronger. Like with my solar heater out there, the month of January was awesome. I had 60 hours of good usable sun, and it kept getting brighter and brighter and stronger. But also at the same time, it started algae bloom on the avocado plant. And some algae won't hurt it, but after a while, the buildup of algae will suffocate the roots of this plant. And so I rinsed it off, and then I added some soil to the cup, so that I don't shock it. It's still in water, it's some soil. And then because the Happy Frog is so rich in nutrition, there wasn't enough oxygen in here, so a little bit of fungus started up here. What I did was pull it up some and then put some cocoa coir to keep the shell up here from, getting molded. And, I'm hoping that it'll stay perfectly healthy that way and continue to grow. But, the next film or video that I do will either be seed starting in self-watering containers, or it'll be how to make the self-watering container like this. This one is probably the perfect size. It's the right length on the bottom to where you can just bring it in and out, where the one up here that has my pineapple plant, it's got the most area for water. The plant has roots down in the water, kind of like a hydroponic plant. It loves the water, sucking it up. And it just makes it difficult. You can't really separate the plant anymore. And Let me get the tape measure out and measure this for you. But the perfect level for this container is about 4¼ inches, you know, to cut the perfect bottom, you know, where it sets in here pretty reasonable and it's easy to pull out. But let me go ahead and show you my test results of how the plants in the window reacted with and without the tinfoil. Okay, it's 2:30 right now and 75 degrees in the house thanks to the solar heater that we have and a day full of sun. And this cup is in the shade. It's 75 degrees, the same temperature as the room. I'm going to move the thermometer over to the glass of water that's been in the sun. It's starting to go out of the sun now. It's been in here since, say, 11 o'clock, I think it was. The temperature is increasing to looks like 81. Give it another minute. Okay, I'm going to put it back in the lower temperature for a minute to bring it back down. Okay, now I'm putting it into the cup that's got the tin foil, aluminum foil around it. Okay, it looks like that one's 81 and this one's 79. Now this is the actual plant that's been in the window for I don't know how, you know, long, you know, say 6 weeks, you know, in that neighborhood. Okay. Temperature's 81. It's got the tinfoil just around the front side. Take it out. And this has been in the direct sun, the pineapple plant. Okay, I'm putting in the soil.
How's it going? I don't know, actually. That's why I'm here. I'm worried.
Soil temperature is
It's a very stressful situation. I mean, you're not immune to
still climbing.
everything's framed.
104.
We're all searching for some piece of evidence that can put tact away, but we keep coming up empty. Everyone feels manipulated by her, and I should be able to pull everyone
106.
on track. You want to guarantee the outcome. I wish there
It's leveling off at 106. This one here is not been in the sun. You know, in the front window directly. Temperature dropped to 97, 95. Okay, it's leveled off at 79 Fahrenheit. Let's see, change it to Celsius. It's 26 Celsius. Okay, we'll go over here to the avocado. So it looks like 84 degrees is leveled off too. So by blocking the sun from the soil and the water, the temperature is lower. Taking the aluminum foil and put it around the front side that'll be exposed to the sunlight. The back side to the room is still open, that way I can keep an eye on what's happening in the bottle with the water level. This should start blocking the algae. See all the algae built up in there? This plant loves, you know, the water, you know, and loves its roots in the water in there. This also, see all the condensation in there? It builds up in there versus this one that has airflow in it. This one really doesn't create condensation. And that one, that's all the soil. You can see the condensation in there and all the algae. The avocados are, you know, a warm climate and come from a warm climate. Okay, see the roots. Getting back in there. I probably shouldn't have done that. Hold bigger with my finger and I can put it back in there. I'm gonna take some more cocoa coir. Okay, see, I lift it up and put a cocoa coir on it. Okay, I lifted it up and put cocoa coir around it. Tapping it down.
It's tapping.
I'd like to see her explain away that one.
Okay, this is about a half hour later. The temperature went from 106 to 99 just by adding the tinfoil. Okay, now that you've seen the results of how well this does at keeping the plants cool, you have to remember too that this is reflective, and if it's sitting next to another plant, this is blocking the heat and throwing it off towards the next one. So if the next plant isn't covered like this, you're intensifying the heat like a mirror onto the next plant. But I'll go ahead and close for now, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. And if you'd like to watch the first one, was talking about the wick that I used to wick up in the container. So I'll go ahead and talk to you later. Thanks for watching. This is Yi saying see ya.